So, hello again, everyone. So, let's talk about John and Simon's favourite whiskies. John, starting with you, what's your favourite whisky?
Laphroaig.
Could
Do I have
you
to choose another
elaborate,
one?
please, John?
Another one.
What's your favourite Laphroaig?
Favourite Laphroaig? 10. Laphroaig 10. That's easy. Really easy.
And why is your favourite Laphroaig 10?
Because when I am at Laphroaig, it reminds me of home.
Nice. What about you, Simon? What's your favourite whiskey?
Laphroaig.
You've got to say that, guys. But what's your favourite?
I would have to say Laphroaig 10 as well, because with all the travel I do as ambassador, Laphroaig 10 is the brand, is the expression that I find pretty much everywhere. And so that is my home away from home. Although currently I'm also enjoying a little bit of the Laphroaig 16 year as well right now. It's a lovely, lovely dram. There's a real nice elegance to it. That's not an easy question, because a lot of times it depends on what mood you're in, what the timing's right, and what's maybe closest to your reach.
Yes,
So,
that's very true. And yeah,
I would encourage folks, if you've got a dusty bottle sitting in the back there of Laphroaig that you haven't had in a long time, dig it up. It's not getting any older, but you are. So definitely enjoy it, because we don't want to give it all to the angels, right? But as long as the cork is good in the bottle that you've got, it should stay. That's always a question that comes up: is how long can you keep a bottle once you've opened it? Well, if you're keeping it too long, then you're just being too stingy about it, and you're obviously not sharing with friends, because it is meant to be sipped and savored and enjoyed with good company. So, but as long as the cork's good and you've got it in a good, stable environment, the whiskey should stay for a long time.
Thanks, guys. If you were to ask me the same question, I would say Laphroaig 10 as well. Tried many Laphroaigs, but always go back to the 10. It's the real heart of Laphroaig. So, Simon, could you tell me when the first time you were introduced to whiskey?
Well, that goes back to ancient history now. So I grew to love whiskey. I grew to love single malt Scotch, and certainly now have been in the industry for 23 years now, and with Laphroaig going on 13, almost 14 years now, and have learned to love the category and really the diversity. It is not all one thing, and I encourage folks to try what's out there to see what you like, because there's a great range of styles and flavors available.
Thanks very much, Simon. What about you, John? When was the first time you were introduced to whiskey?
That's a long time ago as well. And so, but the first, I kind of like say, I've grown to love whiskey as well, and it wouldn't probably, like, especially now, I don't think I drink much else of anything else but whiskey. So, and I'm just, as Simon said, I'm really interested in learning about the category, and feel I still got so much to learn and to experience. So, yeah, grown to love it as well, and still lots to go.
Okay, thanks very much, guys. So, can you tell us what time of day is the right time to start drinking Laphroaig? Simon, this is for you.
Okay. Well, people these days, they live different lifestyles, different jobs. Time of the day can be very different for different folks. If they work in the night shift and coming in and finishing off at the end of the night shift, so they could be having a whiskey in the morning, but that's the end of the day, work day for you. But certainly, when you're sampling, we always feel that the morning is the best time, with your palate's freshest at that time, because after you've spent a whole day of eating and drinking, and your palate is fairly worn, But with that said, also you have to function and you have to do your daily job and your work. So end of the day, after supper, nice time to sit down with a dram, or if you wanted a Scotch cocktail to start before dinner, a nice Scotch highball, nice refreshing as we're in the summer season right now. That works really well. It really is a very personal experience, so it's really up to you to enjoy it when the time is right for you.
Thanks, Simon. You've got my mouth watering now. What about you, John? What's the right time of day for you to start drinking whiskey?
Probably, yeah. I'm similar answer to Simon as well. Just I would probably be near the end of the day, or near the end of a working day, which is absolutely very fair. And it's usually for a moment of reflection on the previous 12 hours or so, just to either put it all to bed or to get creative and try and improve things for the next day. So I definitely would, it would probably be more of a reflective thing for me after dinner.
If I could add to that, certainly, I mean, in this fast-paced world today, to be able to sit down in a dram, and we were talking about Laphroaig 10 earlier, 10 years in the barrel, we ask that you take more than 10 seconds to enjoy the spirit. And it slows you down. And as John says, it gives you time to think think about the day past and about the days ahead. And it's just a fantastic reflective spirit that really can give you time to just think about where you are and what you need to do for yourself, or just relax and enjoy those flavors.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. So, Simon, there was many questions around how well you're looking. Can you tell us your secret? Is it something in the whiskey?
Well, well, yes, it is something in the whiskey. It's the peat. It's that preservative quality. They found human remains in the peat bogs centuries old. There is restorative properties to that, and I always joke and I should know I'm 75 years old, so here's to your health. But it's just what we were talking about toasting and tasting the whiskeys. Of course, doing it responsibly. But there are stories of little grandmothers who are 102 years old have been having a dram as their nightcap for most of their life, and it's the secret to their success. So, but also healthy living and not traveling as much has kept me home and on a regular schedule, and eating a proper diet, and not eating so much sugar and sitting on planes all the time. So I'm out riding my bicycle, getting fit again.
Absolutely. Thanks, Simon. So, Simon, I can only assume this question's for you. And in relation to the previous question, a consumer is asking, are you single?
I am not single. I have been married 32 years now, and so very happily, but thank you for asking.
So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. During the next session, we're going to be talking a little bit about Isla and the impacts of COVID-19.